And again, we're waiting on Liza P DLC. So that'll be back at some point in the future. Probably not the near future, unless they shadow drop it, which would be nice, but very unlikely considering it's a indie team. Who are also working on a sequel now as well. This is the stuff we need. That's the crafting material that's you're probably going to run out of when making cures. Hello? Thank you. Why? Why impossible? I thought I was like, oh, I'll be smart and I'll actually use like a good item. Oh, not like a good item. I'll use my items in a smart way. It's not any easier. Where's the map? Should go for the map. Well, actually, I think I just stumbled across where I wanted to go. I think we're pretty well equipped for Caelid.
Oh, I'd hoped a strapping. Don't fret. Should you accept, I will teach you. Ah, I need her name resting at. Oh, has problem. Go on. Now, well, the work of it. Can you give me as well, mate? Can you give me some as well, mate? Can you give me some as well made as it is? It won't be much.
I thought he sold you stuff. I'm gonna say I don't really remember liking this area. Now I remember why. Ghost wizards. Or is it wizard ghosts? That is a South Park joke. I'm gonna take that back. Like, I know this is definitely a joke, but maybe it's vague enough that no one's ever heard it. Nope, I remember where it's from. I should put a marker down actually, real quick. we'll do another chunk Elden Ring. I definitely want to get some of these quest lines started. Believe it or not, this is another one I never finished. Despite beating Millennia, which, again, I'll admit, I did summon, but technically not a true victory. Just a victory. I didn't finish the quest line because I missed one part. Supposed to fight, I think, one of the big tree dragons, and that gets the character to spawn in, you know, so you can continue the quest line. And I was just like, nah, I'm not dealing with this guy. I never finished it. Don't know if it's for like an ending or just like extra item or equipment, which it probably is that. Double slash. How long do you think a speed run of this game is to 100% it? I'm thinking like, I mean, you could probably beat this game pretty fast. And I would think New Game Plus is kind of an essential tool. Trying to think. I'm thinking it's probably around the 8 to 10 hour mark. Like, even with glitches, you would still have to do, like, the quest lines to get the other endings. To collect their items, talk to them, do the fights, whatever. You know, that could take a couple hours. So I would say maybe not like 8 to 10, maybe like 6 to 8. That does include all like weapons and equipment. I don't know. It'd take a while. Oh, I remember what the second achievement in Lies of P is. Because I only have 2 left. 100% it. One is Eugenie. I think that's her name. It's finish her story. I think there's a point where you're supposed to either lie to her and I told her the truth, or I did the opposite. There's that one. And collect all the music records. I'll probably have to look up a guide for the records. Okay, that's up to the church. That means the boss fight is down here. Sorry I keep, like, groaning into the microphone. I'm not trying to. I said there's a chunk of stress in my life. I'm guessing that's world record. 2 hours and 39 minutes. That's kind of insane. How could you do every cave? Get every spell? That doesn't make any sense to me. In like 2.5 hours? All achievements though, but all achievements is... Oh, I think it's all legendaries. I don't think it's all, like, everything. I think that's what it is. So I guess, yeah, I'm thinking of like a completionist run through. Oh, one more thing I just recently learned. To kind of move on from Elden Ring. Is in Sekiro, because Bibu started playing through Sekiro. And the title was Bell Demon plus no amulet. And I'm like, what the heck is no amulet? Apparently the amulet is a item that you have on permanently for your first playthrough that stops, like, the chip damage from blocking, which I did talk about. I'm like, oh, it's so easy because you could just block everything and there's no chip damage. Once you reach New Game Plus, on any new save and in New Game Plus, you get the amulet and you can choose to return it and you'll take chip damage on block. So I didn't even know that was like a challenge run. I knew the bell demon obviously was a thing. I wasn't up to the task because number one, I was relearning the game. Number two, I'd never beaten it. But I feel like Sekiro's kind of one of those games where, again, after I beat it, I'm like, man, once you kind of get good, it's like you're just good at the game. I think adding those extra little bits of difficulty kind of help with the replay value. Will I do a challenge run? Probably not. But you know what's nice? I rarely ever watch like Hololive. But Bibu kind of plays the games that I like to watch. And not just like play Power World or Minecraft or Ark or whatever. I've had enough. I'll watch y'all play it, but I ain't watching the big wigs play it. Hey, where's the boulders? Okay. Actually, do I want to do this? I think you can fight a phantom. Or, I know you can fight a phantom, but I think the phantom goes away if you start this quest line. We'll just grab this so we can teleport back. Yeah, I kind of want to go through Bibu's Elden Ring playthrough. I didn't watch all of it. She did a rock-only playthrough. Just kind of fun. Very in character. Oh, this is Radahn's arena. I'm thinking about Final Fantasy VII Remake, too. Because that's probably going to shake the pillars when that comes out. And it's kind of one of those games where I know if I wait, I'm just going to get spoiled. And you would think, oh, it's the remake. Of course you're going to get spoiled. There's nothing new. But, like, it's a sequel. Plus, it's gonna cover probably a lot of the important stuff. And it's gonna be pretty tough to stay on media blackout for that game. Well, not really. I don't think it's gonna be like too in the algorithm. But all you need is just one stupid thumbnail. One title, one thumbnail, and it's over. So I might pick her up. It depends. Actually, it doesn't really depend. I'm more than willing to probably return or trade in Spider-Man for Final Fantasy. I don't think I would be picking up the third. If they were to do one, I don't think I would. And they probably have some deal like, hey, if you trade in these games for pre-order, we'll give you, I don't know, $60 to your next game. Like, Spider-Man 2 is pretty new, and I'll never play it again. And obviously Final Fantasy VII is Final Fantasy VII. How could you go wrong? And Remake Part 1 was so good. Do I have anything with bleed? I do have the Reduvia, but I don't think I can equip it. Oh, I cannot.
Well, I took you for no matter, it's all out your arm.
Smithing Stone 4? I think we can afford to go a little bit higher. 5? No. Turn it into blood. I want. We had 6, we could go all the way up to +7. Where was I? I think it was this one. I probably should have used that at the end. This is going to take some time. Yeah, maybe that's a good trade-in. You know I'm in a bind when I'm talking about trading in games. Because I used to never do that. I would never trade in games. Times are tough, man. So maybe after Mario RPG, we'll do Final Fantasy VII Remake. And then after Elden Ring, if there's time between Elden Ring and Elden Ring DLC, that's when we'll wrap up Gravity Rush. Actually, that's weird. No. Yes, it's weird. I was going to say, oh, I have Gravity Rush downloaded. No, I don't. What if they put in triple triad into Final Fantasy VII? That would be insane. And I had a triple triad battle pass. Oh, baby. People who would be happy about that on Earth, one, and you're looking at them. Okay, level up a bit. Level up quite a few times. I don't see us using any more spells. I'm not arguing that a lot of people love triple triad. That's not the argument. To hear it has a battle pass would probably make people angry. But that is compensated by the best side card game of any RPG being in Final Fantasy VII Remake. So it kind of evens out a little bit. But that's just pure, I just made it up. My source is I made it up. It's like, how many side things were there to do in the original 7? There was obviously the Chocobo racing, and obviously Chocobo raising, which will 1000% be back. I know there was like an arena, but I don't know how far that went. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't play Final Fantasy VII up until completion. I played most of it and then just obviously I knew the ending, so never got there. So I'm a slight poser, but this is because I didn't own a PlayStation. It was very rare that I played a PlayStation game. And I do own Final Fantasy VII, and I almost finished it. And trust me, it's on the docket. If we're doing RPGs now, it's on the docket. I think I got up to the point where Sephiroth has the materia, and it's about to be the last stretch of game. I think I did that with Final Fantasy IX too, which is my favorite Final Fantasy, only in the sense that it was the first one I was ever exposed to. At a friend's house where they had Final Fantasy and I didn't, and they had a PlayStation and I didn't. So in the sense that I could play as much as I could is, I think I'm in the realm of that's pretty much true. Except for the original Metal Gear Solid, which I have not played. I do have Twin Snakes. I do own the original Metal Gear Solid, but I bought it used. And I got scammed because disc 1 doesn't work. They sold it with disc 2 on top, so when you put it in your PlayStation, it like loads up, you know, to the menu screen like a normal game. You press start and it's like, please insert disc 1. You're like, oh, that's okay. And then you put in disc 1, nothing happens. And I paid like $80 for it too. I mean, it's probably not hard to find like loose Metal Gear Solid PS1. Like only disc 1. That'd probably be pretty cheap if you could find it. Because you're essentially selling a game that no one could complete. And you might be asking, why didn't you just go back and return it? I bought it at like a convention. So by the time I like, you know, got back home to try it, the show was over. And I didn't keep the receipt. Or I did and I just lost it because, you know, I would have to wait until the convention rolls around again. And I don't even think it's their fault. I don't want to say it was them who scammed me. I think the person who sold them the game were like, yeah, here's my copy of Metal Gear. How much can I get for it? Oh, well, let's test it, see if it works. And the guy put disc 2 on top. So like nobody's going to look. They're just going to boot it up to the start screen. You're like, okay, it works. Here's your $50 or whatever. But I've never played Metal Gear Solid 2. I know the gist of the story because my cousin is a big Metal Gear Solid fan. And also, you know, I've watched like retrospectives and like story analysis. And 4, never played. Basically, I've watched the movie. But that's, I think, still locked to PS3. I think it's very heavily almost confirmed coming to PC and other platforms with the collection that's coming out now. Part 1 is out. And I think it has 1, 2, and the original Metal Gear. Are you looking at single disc? Ika, 10 to 20 bucks. Yeah, see, that's totally in the range where I'm like, there's no way it'd be expensive. You know, that's like selling Final Fantasy with, like, disc 2 missing out of 3 or 4, depending on which one. Okay, we're dropping frames again. But I think we'll call Kaled here. Okay, look. Oh, it's going back. Going back to normal? Nope. See, it honestly, the thing I'm trying to test, it could just be pure coincidence. But I'm gonna take a break. Gonna keep an eye on it, and then we'll do Mario. I keep wanting to say Mario Sunshine. It's not Mario Sunshine. Mario RPG. Mario roleplay game. You're joking me.